Good morning. So today we're going to build our Justin Rhodes inspired turkey shawl. Now I don't have any plans for this. I haven't looked at any plans. I'm kind of going off of pictures of what I've seen it looks like and kind of the dimensional size of lumber that we have. So I have 8-foot lumber. I'm going to size it specifically for that. We're going to start out with two 2x4x8s, which are going to be the length and the arms of the turkey shawl, and I'm going to plan on the covered portion with the perches being 4x4. So let's get started. So I've marked 2 inches from the end, so I'm going to keep the rear 2x4 2 inches in from the end because we're going to use these corner braces inside here to help strengthen this. I've made a second mark at 49 inches. That gives us our total 47th length, and we're going to use a corner brace in there also. Okay, we've got all our corner braces in the back and in the front. So I'm going to add 2 more pieces of wood in here, equally spaced, and that'll help support our axle and give it also a little bit more strength. Next thing is I needed a piece of conduit for our handle up front, but I also noticed that 1/2 inch conduit is like 0.70 inches outside diameter, which is very close to the 0.75 inches, which the bearing on our wheels is. So I figured let's use this for a dual purpose. I think it's close enough, and we'll use it for the wheels. This isn't going on the highway or anything, so we're not going to be pulling at any great speeds. I think that a little bit of difference in the diameter of this and the diameter of the inside of our bearings isn't going to matter. So we're going to cut this piece to a rough length. I'm not going to do a final length yet, but just so we can get the wheels mounted and get a height. So we have 20-inch wheels. I'm going to mark 10 inches from this back corner in on each side. This is just a temporary length for the axle. We'll fine-tune that later, but I just want to be able to flip it over and get the height so we can make our front supports. We're going to use these conduit straps to hold it in place. So I drilled a hole in one end, about 1/2 inch from the end, in our conduit. That's going to be for the clevis pin. I'm going to use 2 washers, one on either side of the wheel, and these are our wheels. So I'm going to put the one end on, just so I can get the spacing correct. We're going to put it on our marks, and then we'll cut the axle to length. So my next step, now that we have our wheels on, is we want to get these uprights into position. I'm going to measure the height of our wheels in the back, transfer that to the front. I am going to notch these pieces about 3/8 of an inch, just so they kind of lock in a little bit better. And then I'm going to cut the top to height also. So we measured our height in the back, which was 10 1/4. We made a mark at 10 1/4. This is the thickness of our 2x4, because we're going to make this, we're going to dig this out 3/8 of an inch. Now we're going to adjust our blade depth to 3/8 of an inch. So that was one method. We're going to try a different method here, see which we like better. So here I cut 1 2x4.5, so I have 2 4-foot sections. I'm going to make the notches in both ends, and these will be for our back corners. Okay, so all our uprights are in. Now we're going to make the roof structure, and that will basically just be a square box that's going to be that 47 by 47 dimension. So we're going to do one more thing. I'm going to cut one more 44-inch board, and I'm going to put that in the center of this so our roofing has something to attach to. So this is the angle I've chose for the perches. You can probably make that any angle you want. I marked the other side, so I'm going to cut this. I'm going to make 2 of these. I'm going to notch those 3/8 of an inch on each end so they sit in flush with the outside of our turkey shaw. Okay, so we've got it notched out. Screw that in. So I've spaced my perches about 1 foot apart. I'm going to put 4 of them. And I think that'll be good. So I have 1 sheet of metal roofing. It's a 8-foot long sheet. I'm going to cut this in half. We're going to get screwed in. So I drilled some holes all the way through the pipe. Get those lined up. Did put some corner braces on these front legs. I don't think they were really necessary because it was still pretty sturdy. Okay, we did a couple little finishing touches. We kind of rounded over the ends of our arms there. Just cut some 45s on it. We did put some carriage bolts in all these joints on each side. And did take the router and we just kind of smooth over in here to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more comfortable when they sit on these perches. So we rounded these edges over. So that's going to do it for our Justin Rhodes inspired turkey shaw build. I think it came out pretty good. I'm happy with it. Not a very sunny day out today, but until next time, we hope all your days are sunny side up.